We heard on the state level that there's not a lot of complaints. What about through the BBB? Are you guys hearing from a lot of consumers about this problem?
We are. This is something that we receive via Scam Tracker quite often. We also receive complaints on businesses from time to time. Some of those businesses are in our area, and like we said during this investigation, we've noticed that a lot of those businesses are online retailers. Several of them are retailers that we aren't able to pinpoint where they're coming from.
It's in excess, according to our stats, in excess of 2,000 complaints.
Can someone say that into the microphone, please?
Go ahead.
Sure. So each year it's in excess of 2,000 complaints that the Better Business Bureau receives for counterfeit goods.
Are the numbers up year over year?
Yes, they are. That's one of the reasons that we were so interested in doing the study, because we were seeing the numbers for counterfeit goods growing each year.
The percentage, what would you put it at? If you know.
Tell you. We don't have a percentage of exactly what that is,
Okay.
but the percentage of the public that received counterfeit goods last year was 1/4.
25%.
25%.
Okay.
Those are the people who noticed.
Exactly. Those are the people that actually filed complaints with the Better Business Bureau.
Considering that human beings are creatures of habit, what goods or products are the things that people kind of buy the most that are
So a lot of what we are seeing are purchased the most are watches, purses, shoes are a big one. Also the ear pods. Ear pods are very popular right now. When looking through Scam Tracker alone, I saw 4 or 5 just last year alone. So we're seeing a big rise on technology as well, as far as counterfeit goods go.
Someone was talking about a phone charger, correct?
Exactly.
Right.
So I know that a couple of tips were given on kind of overall things to look out for that could be signed, but I think there's a website called StockX, where you can send your shoes and they're supposed to verify whether or not those shoes, like if they were limited release,
Right.
Yeezy or Michael Jordan or whatever, it's a big thing out there right now. Does that help? Are there other resources like that for people? Or are they getting scammed too?
Well, there's a couple of factors with StockX. So the StockX authenticates high-priced tennis shoes or athletic shoes. And the difficulty with StockX is that if you were just to Google it, they would just show up as they're counterfeit. Well, they're not, because they don't actually ever own the shoes. They don't inventory the shoes. They get them, they go through their process of verifying and authenticating, and then the shoes go over to the buyer. So it's not StockX that's the counterfeiter, but the counterfeiter, it can be the seller, or the seller may not realize that they've acquired a counterfeit product. So yes, StockX can be an assistant to the system to make sure that if you think you're buying a pair of Michael Jordans, you've got Michael Jordans. What we're finding, and actually we just had an in-house meeting with StockX last week to try to, at first, just doing a keyword search, they popped up in our search, and I looked at it and I went, wait a minute, I know, because they're an accredited business, that they don't ever take the inventory. So we had to sit down with them, and their process is getting even more stringent and more specific. So I do believe that it will help in the long run. I'm not sure if we could do that for everything. So go to Walmart.com, and it's another entity that actually doesn't reside in Bentonville, Arkansas. It actually resides outside of Oakland, California. And that's where the .com part of Walmart is. And they're, again, aggregating very similarly to Amazon, all these sellers of goods and putting it through their website. They're not actually taking that inventory. So my best advice, if I had to pick out one, is to buy from a local retailer, where you go and you touch the product, you look at the product, you see it, and if nothing else, and this is not a political speech here, but we're actually supporting our own businesses in our own state and promoting, our economy as well. So that's the easiest way to avoid this going forward. But you need to be informed. You have to know what you're buying, because you may think you're getting method hand soap, But if the product packaging looks a little weird, it may not be. So again, if you know what you're buying and you know what it should look like, is really what the benefit is.
Are there any other sites for other products similar to StockX? And StockX is trying to help verify other things, I don't know, for artwork or purses or, other things like that?
Not that I'm aware of. Park West Galleries up the street here can do Michelle will do it downtown. They'll look at stuff, but there's a fee associated with it.
And you've already bought it, so it's
Right.
not that too late.
Right. I will tell you as a consumer of driving a car, if I want to make sure that the car is working, I take it to my mechanic. So if you're going to buy something and you have the opportunity to say, I need to have it authenticated before I actually give you the money, give them a deposit and then take it to your authenticator. That's the easiest way. Did I say anything else? Or do we know?
We would recommend official websites. If you're looking for a certain brand, go to the brand's official website to buy it.
We also know that consumers are going to the counterfeitreport.com and they can do some searches there too. Often, Googling things is not a bad idea, but counterfeitreport.com is where you can do some searches and also some folks are reporting their counterfeit items.
Were you able to get that on camera? Or can you send me?
I wrote it down too.
Okay.
So that's good, yeah.
So, but this is something that we're going to be watching ongoing. So as you're talking with folks, if we could ask a favor is to promote our scam tracker site because it's very low impact to the consumer. They can put in basic information, and if it starts to percolate that we're seeing a trend, that's when we engage our partners and how we can then cast a wider net, because that's really what this whole day is promoted for, is to really educate everyone as many as we can, keep their money in their own pocket for the right reasons, and then most importantly, so we can have a very safe and trustworthy marketplace.
Coming on board just hearing about Scam Tracker for the first time today,
Sure.
do you have a mobile application? An app?
If you did bbb.org/scam tracker, it's right there.
And I can download something to my phone?
It's actually a regular website. It's not an app,
Okay, all right.
but it is mobile friendly.
We do have a BBB app where consumers can look up businesses though, but as of right now, we don't have the scam tracker app.
But with that, if there's no other further questions, I do want to say thank you, ladies, for coming, and thank you all to you guys too for promoting this. All righty, have a great Tuesday.